Jason's not going to be here much longer.
His nickname is Superbad.
Oh, I hope we don't lose everything. I'm going to feel like a jackass.
What kind of things do they do in an establishment called Steel? Pretty sure she gets a lot of comments about how effing hot she is, so she's probably tired of them. But
Well, you kind of had to suspect that that's what was going on anyway.
there's no reason he shouldn't have qualified. I guess he did crash kind of twice.
Throwing
Yes.
that at the wall and seeing if it sticks.
This is the Talkin Moto podcast. Hey, what's going on, everyone? Welcome to the Talkin Moto podcast, February 2nd, 2015. Anaheim 3 done and in the books. Jeff went and had himself a baby, so he's not in this week. But I think we have a loyal listener. Caleb, welcome to the podcast.
Long-time listener, first-time caller.
Nice. And as always, Jason Place.
Who's that?
Well, that's you, buddy. That's you.
Oh, sorry.
Cricket's in the chat room.
I know that guy.
Woo. But as always, guys, thanks for listening. Thanks to everyone that's helping us out this year. Mike at MB1 Suspension, the whole Motokazi crew, Matt at Plainview Power Sports, Clayton at Fine Tune Motorsports, Jason with the Northland MX, Chad and Andy at the Open Mic Podcast, and this SKD character. Oh, shoot. I tried a week ago, 2 weeks ago, to try to get a Guinness World Record holder on the podcast.
And he was too good for us, wasn't he?
Yeah, right now he's not responding.
How'd that all go down last week?
Dude, that was crazy. So for you guys that don't know, his name is Ryan, and I believe I think I got the story right. I think he might have set the record for fastest wheelie on ice at like 95 miles an hour. Or, whoa. And he ended up breaking that, and it was 108 and a half. And we went last year and saw him break that. He got it up to 109 and a half. But then some jerk off from like Sweden or Switzerland decided he was going to break it.
Now the guy's a jerk off.
Yeah. Find something else to do, jerk. But anyway, Ryan broke it, got 117 and a half. So, me and Andy with the Open Mic, we were down there. So, which was pretty crazy. Like, if he would have got a little squirrely and we could have died. We were that close. So, we were right. It's kind of weird. Not really weird. They have, like, rules, right? There's a certain distance that you have to, like, enter, like, the speed trap with the front wheel in the air, and you have to carry it. I don't know if it's 200 feet or what the distance. It's a certain distance you have to travel, obviously, with the wheel in the air. So pretty much where he was setting the wheel down, or that last line that he had to cross, that's right where we were standing. We were like 15 feet away, so it was pretty fun.
Cool.
So Andy sent me the file, so we kind of did a little on-site recorder with some of their stuff. So we'll get that posted up. So that's pretty fun. We had a good time with that.
Right on.
So Ryan might be coming on the show. We'll see. We will see. But let's see here. As always, if you missed the podcast live on Mondays, we got the Stitcher, iTunes. You can check this episode up on YouTube.
We hope.
It's gonna work. It's gonna work.
We
I know a
hope.
guy you can blame if it doesn't.
Yeah, I was. Oh no. I was fairly upset that it did not work last week.
Oh, you have no idea.
Were you raging?
I was livid,
Yeah.
dude. Why do you think I didn't respond to you on Monday night? I was not happy.
I went upstairs and the wife's like, how'd the podcast go? And I was like, horrible. And she's like, what happened? And I'm like, I think we lost it. In which I didn't understand because, like, I could hear you guys just fine. And everything on my end looked good. I could see that, like, the internet was kind of spiking on us a little bit. But I thought, worst case, the online, what you guys would be listening to would be crap. But the local recording, I figured I could grab that and use that. And, I think you're going to have, little spikes here and there, which, we've had that in the past. And those really don't bother me. But, like, I was listening through it again, and I'm like, this is horrible. So, yeah, I was rather depressed last Monday, too.
You got to get those T-shirt sales up.
Something.
Well, getting the T-shirt sales up would mean selling one.
Gotta start somewhere.
Starting small.
What, I don't know. I won't lie, guys. I really don't have too much. Normally I have scribbles and notes. I kind of thought the racing was kind of boring this weekend.
What?
I know.
The hell's wrong with you, dude?
I don't. Maybe because I didn't see someone get clobbered in the face or black flagged. It just seemed kind of meh this weekend.
This season's going to be known as the season of flags. Every color and situation.
What did you think of that red flag?
Well, it took long enough.
Do you think that it's weird that it took that long for them to throw that red flag?
Yeah, absolutely. And it's total BS that it took them that long to throw that red flag. I don't care what anybody says.
Nice.
Do you think that like Osborne was just sitting there fighting with them and they did it?
No, because he took off. I mean, I understand why they did it. They had to do it. But how could they wait that long when, like I said on Facebook and got responses to, when the TV guys knew about it on lap 2, how did the officials not know about it? I mean, they have people standing all over the place. You can't say somebody didn't see that so they could say, hey, we need to restart this.
Right. Yeah, and even tonight I went back and watching it now, and it's just like, yeah, it's pretty clear. It's not like he lunged forward. It's everyone drops but his, and then when those guys drop, he takes off, and
You just tried to mow her down. I've been in that situation one time last year for a rather important race. Everybody else goes, and my gate.
that was at your area, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. I was not real happy about that.
I think the important thing is, and, maybe we should have reached out to her on Twitter, but Diana had to do 3 main event starts. I think she's all right. Maybe Jeff could tweet in. He's in the chat room, Jeff. Is Diana okay?
There's nobody in my chat.
Yeah, I just see one.
I think you're lying.
You guys.
Oh, he's in there. I see him.
I still think you're lying.
I see him on the side of my chat room.
Yeah.
I don't even see you guys there.
Whoa.
Flying under the radar.
No, I just think it was kind of despicable, I guess, that it took them that long to throw that flag. I don't know about this whole officiating deal this year. It's really just been a joke.
Can I say shit show? Is that
Yes.
bad? Is that bad?
Yeah, only if you steal it from me. Dick.
Welcome to the chat room, Jeff Klein.
Now I see him.
I see him.
Yeah, and then that's kind of bummer. It really screwed up. Bowers. Malcolm went down.
Yeah. It benefited Osborne though.
Yes, Osborne was good. I was disappointed. Like, I don't think even if they didn't red flag it, do you think Bowers could have caught him?
No, I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
I just don't think Bowers had it in him.
No.
On the note about them actually throwing that red flag, actually, I was kind of surprised that they did throw it. I realize it's a whole nother level of racing, but when that happened to me, they told me that it was my fault for not checking for rocks and whatnot. So I thought maybe they were just going to let it go.
Well, now you know. So if it happens, you can.
That happens to me again. Ever since that day, I know my mistake was leaving the gate. I should have just sat there. I should have just sat there, then they would have seen it. They would have known it happened, and, then they would have had to restart. My mistake that day was going.
I don't know that I've ever tried to plow through one.
I just kind of hopped over it. I popped the front wheel up, and it just barely touched it. And I got that to clear it, and then I thought, okay, now it's probably going to get stuck. I'm probably going to get hung up on it. But somehow the back wheel just kind of popped right over it, too.
Huh. So it was all good.
I wouldn't say it was all good. No.
Well, all good, but you were several seconds behind.
Everybody was in the first turn by the time I did that.
Let's see here. I guess I'm starting to get a little excited for a little East Coast Supercross now.
I would agree with that.
I watched it today. The behind the dream? Is that what they're calling that thing?
Yeah.
Yes, I watched that yesterday.
So the whole Vicky Golden thing. Be kind of cool if she can. I hope she can get the night show, and then I don't know if she'll make the main. That might be tough. Be cool if she did. But
Yeah, I guess I don't know how. I don't know.
How deep's the field on the East Coast?
It's got to be deeper than the West Coast.
it's not good. I was kind of thinking about that today. I'm like, man, who's all running East Coast? And it's like Marvin, Martin. Then that's kind of where my list stopped. So it's like, I guess I haven't been paying, that much attention. Williams will be racing.
Yeah. I saw a little shot of Mr. Zach Williams on Inside the Dream or whatever the hell it was called yesterday.
When he was toying with Roxon.
Yes, that is when.
I also saw that.
Oh, good. It wasn't just me then.
Have you talked to any of the Minnesota boys that are racing the arena cross?
No.
It seems like a tough deal. Seems like a lot.
I wish Nate a happy birthday today. That's about the extent. He liked it, so.
You gotta like that. Am I getting my guys mixed up? Cause is he the one that didn't he break his leg? Or am I thinking of that? That's Emke.
Well, him too. But yeah, Nate broke his leg earlier, like late fall.
Ah,
Broke his femur.
ah. Ow. And he's back.
Yeah, I'm guessing that pinched a little.
Ow. Yeah, because I hopped on the arena cross thing and was trying to figure out how the guys have been doing, and
Why isn't there any arena cross on TV this year? What's the deal with that?
not sure. Now that you say that, I don't think I've seen any. Of course, I never really look either.
And they said they've been selling out the shows, though.
I was looking all over for that on Sunday, thinking it's got to be on, but nope, can't find it anywhere. I don't know. I know in the past they've been a few weeks behind, so maybe that's what the deal is. But it seems like they're going to be a long ways behind now.
Well, let's take a little look-see.
How close are they to the reset?
Oh, they gotta be a ways off of that.
Because isn't that with like 6 to go or something like that?
Yeah, they got to be a long ways from that.
I'm looking. Trying.
Yeah, hurry up and look. Jesus. You're looking, the rest of us are over here dying. Caleb, what is your picture of?
Which one?
It looks awfully blurry. In the chat room, I'm trying to see what that is, what I'm looking at.
I think that was like the second time I rode my bike down at Meadow Valley.
Oh.
And it's just a pile of gear on top of my bike.
Oh, okay. Good, because that's kind of what it looks like. I was trying to decide if somebody threw up on a plate and you took a picture of it, or...
It's the same thing.
Whoa, 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 whoa. This is very confusing.
Really?
Because there's like, they still got the East and West, but their tickets don't jive with... Ay, ay, ay. Because they were just in Nashville. This coming weekend, they're in Florida. Wow. Kansas. I'm pissed. They were in Milwaukee last year. Now they're not coming.
Anybody want to go to Milwaukee?
Aw. It's a nice place. Hey, we got like a foot of snow yesterday.
Good for you.
Did you guys get any snow?
One part of my driveway has like a foot of snow, and the rest of it was like nothing because it was just windy as hell, and there's like one drift, and that's it. And of course, my project truck is buried. But
So you got
I did see that.
You got the motor ripped out of that baby?
hell no.
No, just the top part.
I didn't do anything on it this weekend. Not exactly feeling 100%.
I seen you posted a bunch of photos, and I'm not a mechanic, so I don't. To me, it just looks like a bunch of parts and pieces.
That's about all it is.
Right. What'd you think of that start gate elevation?
You know, at first I was not a fan. I was like, are you kidding me? I mean, at least they didn't have a hump, but I was like, this is just stupid. By the end of the night, I am a fan. That actually was pretty awesome. I think it did a really nice job of kind of leveling the field. You know, it wasn't all about horsepower. It was about who could get down the hill and put the power to the ground without going over backwards. I thought it was kind of sweet.
The only thing that was driving me kind of crazy was just the fact that it was, how are the 450s gonna get off this thing, And
Well, yeah, they're gonna do that anyway. But I was I was actually really surprised that it didn't rut up more than it did. I figured, you're starting on a 7-foot tall pile of dirt. They're just gonna dig themselves down to the floor in no time. I was actually very surprised that that it didn't do that. I bet the mechanics weren't too happy about it because it didn't look like they had a real good ramp for them to push the bikes up to get up there.
No elevator.
And it didn't look like there was any room up there either. I mean, it looked like there's enough room for bikes, and that was it.
I didn't know that they were even gonna do that. I don't know if that was even in the track map or not.
I'm guessing that's one of those things they just kind of decided, oh, a wrap load of extra dirt. Let's do this with it.
Oh, I just watched Kennard crash. Sad.
Uh-uh.
Tuck the front wheel. Down he goes. Me and Olin.
Sorry, I turned down the wrong knob for that one.
Me and Olin were going back and forth on Facebook about Grant finishing last again.
Oh.
And,
Whopping 8 points on the season.
yeah, I heard he had some bike troubles though. So have not heard what. But
Well, to start with, it's green.
is Matt being serious?
I doubt it.
Let's burn his house down.
Speaking of Matt, what the hell started that whole deal?
Oh my god.
I mean, holy crap, dude.
That was a shitstorm, huh? Let me
I don't want to like go balls into it here because I'm sure a lot of people wouldn't know what we're talking about, and it probably doesn't really need to be brought up. But man,
let me get to the original post, and then we'll work backwards from there or forwards from there. So, all right, hang on.
I saw it the next. I looked at it the night before, and I knew that you'd put that on there, but didn't think anything of it. I figured whatever. The next morning, of course, it's at the top of the page, and I'm like, 71 comments. What the hell?
So, grand total as of today, and it's been pretty silent yesterday. 86 comments. And I started off by saying, throw a red flag for unknown reasons, hashtag SX on Fox, hashtag Dungy is next. And that's it. So, we won't name names. I guess if you're on my Facebook, you can go find it. But this guy I know, and I actually sent him some Talkin Moto stickers, but I know him from playing online, and he is not a Dungy fan, which is fine. You don't have to be, you know.
No kidding.
Pretty obvious by the posts. So things escalated fairly quickly from the normal Dungy is a blank, Dungy has a blank, you know, back and forth, and it's just like I sent him a message kind of like, hey dude, these guys are gonna go all day, you know. It's like Dungy won. I mean, love him or hate him, it's like you can't take the win away from the guy, you know. And yeah, it was back and forth, and then I don't know who started it first, but someone went on to the other photo, and then comments went from that. Then he goes and grabs that photo of him and Matt and his wife, and it was like, okay.
Yeah, I mean, that's plenty far, but
right.
I was just, obviously by the time I looked at it, some stuff had been deleted, and it was like, I'm just looking back through it trying to figure out how the hell it escalated to what it had. It just didn't make any sense to me, but it was humorous. Although I was ready to kick some ass. If somebody wanted to throw down, I was all about it.
Yeah, it's kind of like I didn't delete anything. I think he must have went back and deleted the post, and I just kind of was in the maybe felt like that Al Sharpton guy. I was like, I don't think I was adding fuel to the fire, but I was just kind of hanging back because you guys were taking care of it, you know, and yeah.
I think at that point I would have been whatever.
Why would it do that?
What did it do now?
It just stopped again. Everything just stopped. I think we're good, though.
Sweet.
You're all right, bud. We're good. I still have green. Green is good. Red is bad. When we get to red, I will definitely let everyone know.
It depends on context. If your cheese is green, it's not good.
That's an excellent point.
If your dirt bike's green, it's not good. But if it's red, it could be
is
good.
good. Red is good.
Whoa. So let's talk about the Dunge. What do you guys think?
Can we just call him Dungy?
Dungy, sorry. You don't want or the diesel?
Oh God.
I used him as my fantasy pick 2 weeks in a row for first, and he finally paid off.
I wanted to. I talked myself out of it, I think. That's my problem with pick, man. I go and make my completely space on what I picked, and now it's even worse with having multiple sites because I never pick the same because I don't want to pick the same. So, I mean, like, with 250s here, I thought I was, like, in perfect order. I thought I had 4 out of 5. I'm like, oh, I'm going to be looking like the master after this, and I don't think I got any.
You did good, bud. You got 47 points in the 250 class.
Yeah, I didn't get any in the 4.
You got Tomac. You got
The 450 class was looking good until Tomac made some moves for me.
That Rocky Mountain should have some kind of a prize for nailing the wild card pick, like more than a couple weeks in a row, because I've nailed my wild card pick 4 weeks in a row now, and those are the only picks I've gotten.
Oofda.
Who was it this week?
Bag it again, 2nd week in a row.
Was it 7th?
I think it was 7th, yeah. Last week I think it was 8th, maybe. I don't remember.
Well, Olin wanted us to do something for what position Grant will finish. That might be too much.
Might be.
Oh, shoot.
Should do an over-under on how many points he's going to end up.
Oh, that's rough. That's brutal, man. I feel like...
I feel bad for the guy. I mean, I really am a Josh Grant fan. And as I've said before, mostly it's because he reminds me of one of my old riding buddies. And I don't know, I really do well. So it's kind of depressing that he's having as much trouble as he is. For me, I really do like the guy.
Yeah, I mean, obviously he's doing good enough to get into the main, and then it's like he gets into the main and, you know.
I'm gonna guess it's shoddy equipment.
Whoa.
Well,
He needs to get away from Reed. He lines up next to Reed. He starts next to Reed. They ride around the track together. Reed pushes him off.
yeah. I don't know why that is. You know, I was kind of guilty of the same thing last year. Jeff and I, it seemed like we were always lined up to right next to each other, but it was because we both think the same way. And there's some kind of a comfort level with being next to somebody that you know on the line, And if that person is your teammate, it's even that much more comfortable, even though there really is no control over that. All hell can break loose no matter who you're lined up next to.
Right.
Yeah, he could go down in front of a guy and he could run his tire right up your butt.
When did that ever happen? I was going to refrain from bringing. I wasn't going to bring that up tonight. I was going to let that go, but you just opened a can of worms, my friend.
Hey, you still beat me in the main.
Exactly. You tried to take me out completely and have me done for the night, but it didn't happen.
I just tried to stay back.
I'm like a diesel.
Whoa.
Wow.
Chug it.
Wow.
Oh, let's see here. Maybe we need to let the points leader say something.
Points leader is a cheat.
Caleb, you cheater.
Oh, no. I make my picks on whatever day you open them up.
I know. That's the crazy
You know
part.
how I know? You know how I know he's a cheat? Because he's got 2 teams.
What?
What?
No, I think Scott just puts it in there and then forgets part of it. Like 1 week he'll have the 14 there, the next week it's gone. I'm like, hey, what happened to my team?
This week it was a 2.
Yeah, why is there a 2?
I don't know, why not?
No, just you got to be different.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no, you did good in both. Well, you got 2 in each one, so 45 in the 450s, 47 in the 250s.
Starting to pull a little lead in the 250 class.
Let's see here.
Still kick your ass on the track.
Hey, I've been working out. Kinda.
Ooh.
Not that it's gonna make me go any faster, but I'll feel better doing it.
I'm waiting a while. Last year I started working out way too early. So
Burn yourself out?
This year I'm waiting.
We did have a guy get 4 out of 5. We have yet to have anyone get all 5 picks right, but 4 out of 5. So
Who is that?
Darce and Team Puff Puff Pass.
Yeah.
I laugh when I read that. But yeah, no, he got Dungy, Seeley, Tomac, and Kennard. He had Reed for 4th. So
Would he end up like 6th or something like that?
Ooh, you're throwing me on the spot.
Yeah, he got 6th.
You got it up. Yeah, there you go. So that's pretty cool. So yeah, I don't know if you guys saw that yet. We're gonna have obviously T-shirts. I think we're gonna do stickers. We'll do. Talked with Derek. We're gonna be doing some of his drawings. Not sure yet what's going on. If he's gonna send me like 3 of them, I think we're getting 3. So he's either gonna send me 3, and then we'll have those to give away, or he was even talking like we'll pick 3 winners, and you guys can pick which one you want.
I want one of me.
Oh.
Oh.
Whoa. Well, we can see what we can do there. So
I want one of Jason too.
now, I am all. Are you serious right now?
Yes, I am dead serious.
All tangled in freaking wires.
That happens to me
I
at
already
work
put that
every day.
picture on Instagram for you.
I know. It's not quite that bad, Caleb. It's close, though. The other thing, I think this is pretty cool. I posted them up on the website. Kevin, it's called Moto Teddy. Did you guys see that?
I did see that.
I've seen those before, yes.
Yeah, so it's kind of cool. So he's going to, you have to sacrifice the jersey, if I believe is what we're going to do. So you'd send him the jersey, and then, they'll make it into like a little teddy bear with your jersey. So I think that's kind of cool.
I'm very sentimental about my jerseys.
Well, go buy one.
Sorry, I'm gassy.
Settle down. So yeah, that's what's going on with Fantasy Supercross. Thanks to Matt at Plainview Power Sports. He's going to be giving us some stuff too, hopefully. If not, I just said he was going to.
Does it go brap?
That'd be sweet, huh?
You're giving us stuff.
Oh yeah, Scott said you were giving away 450 on the Talkin Moto podcast, and I'm here to pick it up. It ain't gonna happen.
I would find the most roached out piece of crap 450 I possibly could and say, here you go.
Oh crap!
And it was
The oldest.
the oldest piece of crap 450 I could find.
When did those come out? Wasn't that like 90, 98, right? Is that the first year of the 450? Or
What have you been
four-
smoking?
426? 400?
Caleb's the Yamaha guy. He knows.
It went 400, then the 426, then the 450.
What year was the first 400?
What did we have? We had a 99, I think it was. And we blew that thing sky high. And Yamaha paid for the whole thing to get done, and then he got a 426 as a replacement.
Whoa. Oh. Trying to go through if anything. Oh, I was going back and forth with Mike was out there trying to give it a whirl. And he said, or she said, what did I say? I said something about there's more action on my Facebook page than there was racing. And she's like, did you not see Heat 1 of the 250s? And it was like, well, yeah, I guess I didn't really think anything exciting happened. And obviously Webb kind of caught Stewart right at the end, but we were kind of going back and forth, and she said they were doing some fisticuffs in the stands.
Really?
I told her I wanted to see video, but I never got it.
Yeah, I heard about those fisticuffs going on in the stands. Never details. I don't know, man. I don't know how you can say that things were boring this week. I mean, I guess I just don't get that.
I don't know.
I mean, I came home from the bar and watched the races and made it through the whole thing. Obviously, I was entertained.
Maybe I was just maybe I just wasn't into it this weekend. You know, we were out. It was a busy day. We were down on the lake all day. Went and ran around, and I came home and I was just like, that's kind of how I felt. I wasn't like, normally I'm a little bit more into the racing, and I was kind of like, wow, nothing really happened.
You had that dude that tried to have his leg torn off. Shorty's bike. I don't remember what that dude's name was.
Yeah, did you see that picture that camera guy got as he dodged the bullet?
Yeah,
That was a great shot.
it was.
Was that wasn't in the main, was it? That was semi.
No, that was semi, I believe.
Yeah, Shorty got a little aggressive.
I gotta disagree with that.
Well, that's what he said. He's like, I just kind of got a little too aggressive too early.
Yeah, I put zero blame on him for that, which is totally, contradictory to the same kind of incident the week before. I realize that, but what can I say? I'm a hypocrite.
Yeah, make up your mind. You're confusing me.
No.
That was Adam. How do you say that? Monet? Would that be? The 10. It was 103, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't. Like I said, I just must not have been into it this week for some reason. I even drew a few upside down smiley faces
Why were they upside down?
because they're frowny faces.
Then they're not upside down smiley faces. An upside down smiley face would still be smiling. It would just be upside down.
Good call.
And then are you upside down or are you holding it upside
Oh
down?
man, I'm gonna puke.
It's a good question.
I already talked about the red flag.
What about Bauer's yard sale? That was a good get off. He knew what he was doing.
Through the bars.
How do you go through the bars?
Over.
Get really skinny.
Yeah, he went over the bars.
Through the. I don't know.
What now?
I don't know. I'll quit talking.
What now?
Nope.
That's not gonna do us any good.
I was kind of bummed. Like, they do like that little segment on Bowers and Webb, and maybe I was just hoping for like a battle, and it just wasn't. It wasn't there.
I think Bowers came off looking like quite the.
Why? My computer just hates you, Jason.
Everything does. I don't even care anymore.
I don't know why it does that.
It does that constantly. It just sometimes it does it while I'm talking, and other times it does it while I'm not talking. But as I was saying, Bowers came out of that deal looking like a little punk, or a big punk,
Yeah.
in my opinion.
I would agree. I mean,
Dude apologized. He explained himself. If you're going up to the but he's telling you that the guy flat cleaned you out, you're gonna form the same opinion. And then they shove a camera and a microphone in your face. You're gonna say the same damn thing.
right. Oh boy. I know. Is it too
A
early?
certain photographer will probably never talk to me again because I have that opinion when she listens tomorrow.
Uh-oh.
As I've stated in the past, I don't know the guy, but my opinion after that little piece there, that's how I feel.
No, and I don't know if I read or heard that he maybe wasn't feeling the greatest.
That was on how was your weekend?
That was the how was your weekend? Okay.
Yeah.
So I wasn't imagining things.
Not this time.
But
What?
it was a screaming child.
No, I'm trying to understand how was your weekend.
Oh, that's like the trans world. Did you catch any of those,
Who
Jason?
reads Transworld?
You don't have,
No, it's video.
it's video. Yeah. And yeah, it was a bummer. I was hoping they'd battle a little bit. And I'm gonna take a quick look and see. Too many windows open.
Dude, it's freezing outside. Why would you have your windows open?
Oh God. Oh, he's back. He's way back.
Sometimes you're just stupid.
Well, we know that. It's 93. So he's 18 points up on Nelson. Oh, that means he's way back. He's dropped to 4th.
Oh.
18 up. Is there 4 races to go?
Yep.
Looking pretty good for Webb.
Yeah, it really is.
If Jeff would just quit picking Justin Hill as his fantasy guy, we'd shake things up a little bit.
Didn't we had that conversation last week?
I don't know. Did we? Nobody heard it. We could have it again.
Let's go to Jeff's picks. And I talked to Mike from MB1 today, and we were talking about the podcast and the fantasy Supercross, and I said, yeah, sometimes I pick who I want to win, not necessarily who's going to win. And
I figured Ocho Cinco didn't make any picks this week.
Yeah, and I didn't even think about it until after the races. I'm going through and I'm like, he didn't get his picks in, and I was like, oh yeah, he might have had something else going on.
Just got to do them on like Tuesday or Monday.
But
I did mine at like 6 o'clock. I was sitting at the bar when I did them.
On the mobile friendly talkinmoto.com?
On the mobile, not in a-hole, talkinmoto.com. I don't know if I'd call it friendly.
Whoa. But yeah, Jeff's got Hill for first every week.
Should have done carryover picks. Should have let him have them.
Nope, can't do that. Would you want us to do that? And we're not doing that.
I'm just trying to think. He would have got Nelson. Bowers was out. That would have been. He would have gotten 22 points. That's all he would have got. So. But yeah, so that's been kind of fun. It's nice having that spreadsheet finally done. It works a lot better. I don't have to spend hours trying to figure it out. Screwing crap up.
That's a good thing. It's a real good thing.
But Plessinger obviously finishing third. That was kind of a surprise for me again. A lot of people on the picks had Martin in the top 5 again.
Yeah, I went that route. Didn't really work for me. Too bad, Plessinger gets his first podium. It was his first podium, right? I think.
Yeah.
In his rookie.
Yeah, and no interview on TV.
That's kind of both.
They had to hurry up, man. They had the
red
UFC.
flag
They had the UFC post show to get to.
I hate that guy too. Silva?
We're not talking about UFC on this show.
Okay.
You start talking about that, I quit.
I quit for you.
Jeff's having withdrawals. Where else? I forgot where I was going before I got sidetracked by UFC. Didn't they start the year off with interviews all the time?
Yeah, they did it because they were in. I guarantee it. That's the only reason they did it.
Yeah.
6 laps that meant nothing. And then the 10 more minutes to restart everybody.
Yeah, that sucks. But yeah, I've noticed though, even not this last weekend, weeks before though, like the semi-winners, obviously, they're doing it if you're there, but I guess I'd kind of like to see what those guys have to say, on the semi side of things.
I would agree. I
I want to see a guy take his shirt off, throw it into the stands for winning the LCQ.
Listen, Jeff. You delete that post.
Oh no.
It's all in email. I can send you the emails.
Don't do it, man. I was thinking that yesterday as I'm flipping through results and whatnot. I'm like, it would be pretty sweet if we could actually see who we picked. But I know that's just more work for you, and I'm not going to do it, so I don't expect you to do it.
Just have a reply email right away, and when they email you, it just shoots it right back to them.
Very, very new. Very, very new to this
No, I think
fantasy superstar stuff.
Kayla might be right. We might be able to do. You know what? I don't think that's gonna work. That might work. I don't know. Yes, Jeff, you can go ahead and pick. Actually, don't even pick Hill for first. I'll just go ahead and mark it in there.
That'll be his only pick for next week. Be Hill first.
That may be off air. I'll tell you guys someone's strategy. It's kind of funny.
Uh-oh.
It's not. I don't think it's cheating. It's just
It better.
no, it's not cheating. You're just eliminating some of your picks. But remind me when we're done, and I'll tell you.
Great.
My mom was asking everybody's first because she's like, "What's his first name? What's his first name?" Because she's doing the Rocky Mountain thing. And I'm like, you have to get down to the J's at least if you're gonna pick some people.
Yeah.
How's that one been going for you, Caleb?
This week I got like 60 something or something like that.
Yeah, it's been.
I'm actually quite impressed. I'm still ranked like 10,000 out of 44,000.
Yeah, Evan's at
good
1,000
for me.
right now.
Damn. You see, then you have to go and say that. I just feel like a
Even
horse
last
today.
year he was in the top like 700 at the end. You know. And this year's the hard year to pick.
It's not good for me. Let's see if I can't bring it up. I think I got points last week. Other than that, it's been, I've been hitting goose eggs. Oh yeah,
Foolish.
15,000.
That's still not bad.
No,
Yeah, there's
I'm
like
guessing
40
I'm
some thousand.
guessing there's like 20,000 people that aren't making picks.
right?
They
Yeah,
make them 1 week and forget.
Yeah.
So
Because isn't that like a huge number compared to last year?
Yeah, they're I think 10,000 up from last year. That's about this time.
Yeah.
let's see, where did it go? Yeah,
They're
like
currently 45,000.
that's crazy. Yeah, 18 points for Anaheim, 3. Oakland was 0. A2, 0. Phoenix, 1, 2, 3 rounds with no points. Awesome.
You get 2 toss-outs, I believe.
My strategy for the Moto Dynasty seems to be, I mean, I'm not like killing it, but I'm not dead last either. I'm at least scoring points. So,
Are you playing against anybody? How does that work?
oh, theirs is, I don't think it's confusing. There's just so much you can do.
Yeah, I've listened to the podcast where they break it down and tell you all your things, and it's risky to pick like the whole shot winner and stuff like that because you lose a bunch if you don't get it.
Yeah, so yeah, I was doing the whole shot and all that for a while, and then yeah, I quit doing that. But pretty much what I did the last few weeks is I just go to qualifying, and then I follow like the top 10, top 12, all from their qualifying spot. And then from there I kind of here or there on a few of them. Let's see if I can. Yeah. Are you doing that one too, Caleb?
No, I'm just doing yours and the Rocky Mountain. And then every once in a while I'll do some stuff with different vendors that try to get you to pick the top 3 in each class.
You're one of them vendor whores.
Pretty much. I mean, I follow them, so I interact with them, I guess.
Yeah, I don't go on Instagram enough. I follow a lot of people, but I don't go on there enough to do anything like that.
I was telling Scott last week stuff on Instagram between me and my brother that we've won. I mean, he's got Alex Martin's number plate, signed gloves. I got Justin Barsha's radiator shroud. I mean, if you guys go on there and just follow the different race teams, they're always doing giveaways.
I want him to give me something that I'm actually going to use, not something to collect dust.
They do collect dust.
Exactly. I have plenty of dust collectors. I don't need more. Did you see that? I think that was on whatever that show was called yesterday. That chick that Dungy gave his gloves to.
Oh, man.
She just went ape shit.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. Yeah, she was all excited.
I thought it was pretty funny.
Ah! Boys.
I don't know if I agree with her calling him a beast, but it was pretty comical.
She's a super fan.
Something like that.
All right, boys, ready for the commercial?
Let's take a break. I gotta go put stuff in the dryer.
All right, we'll be right back. Hey, what is going on, everybody? I just want to say thank you to everyone out there that's been supporting the Talkin Moto podcast. It has been amazing. We have a great group of guys. We have an awesome list of sponsors. So please keep sharing, keep liking, keep spreading the word about the Talkin Moto podcast. And I hope you're enjoying the show. A special thanks to Motokazi.com. Motokazi holds AMA District 23 sanctioned races at both Kellogg and Mankato, as well as hosts the Motokazi Supercross Championship Series, which is all over Minnesota, Iowa, and Wisconsin. They also have organized practice at Kellogg, Jordan, and at Mankato, as well as offer race schools, so you can get all tuned in on all your riding techniques. Make sure to check out Motokazi.com for more details. Thank Mike from MB1 Suspension. Based out of Corona, California, they offer suspension, engine, and coating services. Please give them a call today at 951-371-5045 or check them out online at mb1suspension.com and make sure to tell them that you heard about them from us on the Talkin Moto podcast. Hey, we got Andy and Chad from the Open Mic. It's a weekly comedy podcast, and they talk about anything and everything, and they usually do. I've been on the podcast a few times, and it is a good time for sure. It's Friday nights, 8 p.m. Central. It's available on iTunes, SoundCloud, Stitcher. There's more information available online at theopenmicpodcast.com. Pro Action by FTM is one of our many great sponsors. FTM offers support to you, the rider, trackside, so when you need it the most, FTM is there for you. Not only do they offer great suspension work, but they also have many other great bike parts and accessories to help you out on the track. So make sure to check them out today at finetune.com. The Talkin Moto podcast is proud to announce that they've teamed up with Plainview Powersports. Plainview Powersports is your Kawasaki motorcycle, ATV, and side-by-side headquarters. Located in Plainview, Minnesota, you can reach them at 507-534-3520 or check them out online at plainview-powersports.com. All right, thanks everyone for listening to us on the Talkin Moto podcast. We really appreciate it. If you can, go on to our website, talkinmoto.com. Support those that are supporting us. Everyone's link is up on the website. We're on Stitcher, we're on iTunes, we're on SoundCloud. Everything gets posted up on YouTube. So please give us a like, share, subscribe, and I hope you're enjoying the show. So let's get back to it. Alright guys, welcome back. Like the commercial said, keep checking us out on Facebook, facebook.com/Talkin Moto, or you can simply search Talkin Moto Podcast. How's it going, Caleb?
Good. I wanted to get back to our boy Chris Aldridge. Did he crash again this week? Because he ended up, let's see here, how far back did he go? 14th, I guess. I think Bowers caught him after Bowers went down.
Hang on here. I'm going to look. If he did go cartwheeling, they didn't show it.
Well, they haven't been the best on showing who goes down very often either. I mean, the kid's got phenomenal speed. I wish he could just keep it together for a race or two.
Yeah, we had him on the show. He's a funny guy. But then, too, this is, first year.
Yeah.
But obviously you don't want to crash like he's been crashing, That's not good. He's taken some pretty nasty spills this year, so it's good to see that he's been getting back up, but too many crashes, Mr. Aldridge. Too many crashes. I'm trying to looking at the results, trying to see what kind of surprised me. What do you think of, Josh Hansen? You think we're going to see him get past kind of that mark that he's at?
Well, he seems to keep getting closer and closer. He did fall back a few spots, I think, in the main, if I recall.
Yeah, like this one. I mean, he qualified third. Because, he got second in his heat race.
Yeah, I mean, that's good.
Yeah, started 7th, finished 7th, so I don't know. I guess that would be one where I'd want him to finish a little higher, for sure in the top 5. I think he maybe can. I don't know. It's tough.
He did say that this is the first year that he's ever trained, ever. So,
which is kind of crazy. Well,
Who dat? Who we talking about?
Hansen.
Joshua.
Oh, never mind. I'll go back to doing something else then.
I mean, he did just have a kid over the weekend, too. Or over the last week, I should say.
That had to be tough, man. I mean, to be a guy and have a kid. Whew.
Yeah. I mean, Jeff had one.
Yeah, but he took 2 weeks off work to do it.
Hey, more power to him if he can.
He needs to come back. I miss him terribly.
Sniffles. What was the deal? It came because that was supposed to happen tonight, right? Or today?
Yep.
Yeah.
Couldn't wait, man.
Ready
Had
to
to
go.
happen.
Uh-oh. Who crashed in turn 1?
No, buddy. I'm just chatting with Matthew about Hanny get on the box. It wouldn't be too hard. Couple guys get knocked down the first turn. It's gonna, unless it's Cooper Webb. You know, he can start dead last and probably win.
Yeah, I think I don't want to say he's got it in the bag, but man, Cooper looks pretty damn good right now.
I'll send him your address so when he crashes and gets hurt, you can.
The Talkin Moto podcast, Curse?
Yep.
Nice. We could be going somewhere with this.
If you have a rider that you would like to be out for the rest of the season, please send it to takamoto@gmail.com.
Ruining careers and taking names. Talkin Moto podcast.
Dang it.
Now what?
I don't know. I'm bummed again.
What's wrong now?
I just don't have. Heart must be in a different place tonight.
It's all that wheelie watching you were doing.
Yeah, I don't know, man. But might try to get
Why
Mike.
don't you interview our guest? We have a guest. Why don't you interview him? Speaking of Mike, did you? Are we? Am I getting hooked up with a whole shot link, or do I need to go buy linkage?
I'm gonna ask him. We'll ask him.
That thing's sweet. I did see that. That thing's really cool.
I know I want one, but I don't want to pay for one.
Do you need to
I
have
have
a
a-
guy
I have a-
help you click that in, though, every time?
I don't think so. I'm not exactly sure how they work.
I thought you needed like a flathead screwdriver and just kind of... Because who was talking about that?
I figured it'd be like, Kingpin. Do you happen to have a flathead screwdriver?
Shoot. So yeah, he'll be coming on hopefully next week. I will call him.
Who's that? Mike is coming on next week.
Yeah.
Yep.
Wow.
Plus,
My questions.
we were gonna try to work
Sweet.
it out to come on tonight, but I told him I'm like, normally no problem. After last week, I go, I'm not sure what's gonna happen.
Problem.
Here's a question. Where was Mitch Oldenburg this week?
Um,
Because, I mean, he finished one spot out in Oakland, right? In the LCQ? Didn't he get like 5th?
I don't know. I'm almost ashamed to say it. I haven't even really been paying a whole lot of attention to him this year.
I mean, we're still claiming him from Minnesota.
Oh yeah, he's our guy. We're paying attention to him. Maybe.
See if anybody...
That was. But
Matt's keeping us posted. He's getting ready for the East Coast.
that's what I was wondering.
That's kind of I figured why I hadn't really seen a whole lot of him and wasn't really paying attention to this because I thought he was racing East Coast, but he was racing 450s on the West Coast, correct?
Correct.
Obviously, if he's done any racing on the West Coast, it has to be on 450. Duh. Good call, dumbass.
You answer your own.
Yes. Yeah. Myself, usually it just so happens tonight people are listening to me.
Whoa.
There's one of us that listens.
I'm not going to say what's on my mind right now. I'm just going to leave it at that. Why is my...
Fair, you can't do that.
Why is my... There it is. That's why. We got a new fantasy... a new fantasy team joined the Talkin Moto podcast. Justin
boy.
Hill's #1 fan. Of course, that email address is invalid now.
Oh.
Actually qualified.
Another rough one.
Yeah, I mean, he looked good all day in practice too. So I mean, at least he carried it throughout the day.
I wonder if that's not part of my funk problem.
You got an unfresh problem going on?
No, like normally, you make fun of me if you want, but a normal Saturday for me is I do stuff in my office and I'm watching the live stream and, Twitter and trying to keep up on everything. And I didn't do anything. I think I came home like an hour before the races started and I sat down and watched them.
That's probably part of the problem. You weren't concentrated. I wasn't in it, and you just plain failed all of us.
Out of the routine.
I'll take the blame. I will take the blame.
The blame is all on you. What did you guys think of the track this week? I know we talked a little bit about the start, but what did you think about the track as a whole?
I thought it was technical enough. There were lines that nobody, like I seen like one guy take a different line in one section or whatever.
It seemed like nothing out of the ordinary really developed.
I so thought that triple that they had to go to the outside to do, like Webb was doing, going outside. I thought somebody was going to come to the inside and just clean somebody out, jump from the inside to the outside.
I think the recipe was there for that. It just never happened.
Yeah. I thought it was going to be a crash fest watching it in practice and people coming up short on stuff and getting all out of whack in those rhythm sections.
What I noticed, to me, maybe it was just the spider cam or whatever the hell they call it, like the angle with that. It seemed like the triples, just the angle seemed like they were getting shot up in the air a little bit more than normal.
Yeah, I think they've been doing that this year. Those the lips seem to be a little more aggressive than they have been in the past, and I think guys are getting a lot of air off them triples. I don't know. I think that spider cam is kind of cool, but in all reality, I don't know if they get any better shot out of that than anything else.
Yeah.
It was cool to actually see it now. Before, I always guessed it was just
Drone or something?
Yeah, drone. I didn't think it was actually on kibbles. I don't know how'd you like to be the guy that has to control that thing? How the hell do you keep that thing on one rider and watch him go around?
What the hell is that?
Who are you calling?
I ain't calling any. Is that Jeff trying to get in? Hang on.
It popped up on my Hangouts went up and down a couple times.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
What happened?
Uh-oh.
Jason started talking and he quit talking right away.
I just got that sound like I stuck my finger in an outlet.
Oh, no. Hang on.
It might be because I stuck my finger in an outlet.
Why does this stuff not come up? I hate computers.
What? What happened now?
I think it's Jeff's turn.
Why don't you just call Jeff?
I'm trying to, but his email does not come up on my thing anymore.
Well, just call him.
Give me a minute.
No, we need somebody that is taking care of the technical stuff, isn't trying to host the show as well. It's not working.
If I put my feet in this frying pan of water and then I hold
Is that Down Periscope? You guys ever see that movie?
Yeah, I do remember that part.
I've never seen that movie.
He's
The radio guy.
yeah, he's like takes his sock off and he like grips the bare wire with his toe and he's like grabs another. You have to check it out.
On my list.
It's got Kelsey Grammer in it, I think.
You guys realize this is gonna probably crash. We're
Who
gonna
cares, man?
Then you can blame it on him.
What up?
Hey, I know you guy.
What's up, buddy? Were you trying to call us?
Yeah, and I'm listening live, and it must be way behind or something because it's funny because I hit the call button, and then like 2 minutes later, I hear it on the podcast. You guys are like, "What is that?"
See, that's weird.
That's why, because I'm 2.5 minutes behind. That's why.
Yeah, it all depends on when you start it.
Well, this is weird. So you're calling me from your phone, huh, Scotty? Not using Hangouts?
No, I'm calling you through Hangouts to your phone, but it probably popped up as my number, right?
Yeah, it did.
Yeah. Yep. So.
Welcome to the program.
I can't sit and listen to you guys and not talk.
I think that means we're doing something right.
It might.
Or we're doing very wrong, one or the other.
I feel bad everyone that chime in.
Well, that's nice to say.
Thanks.
That's what the chat room's for.
Yeah.
Simon.
So how's the new addition?
Oh, she's great. She's perfect. I don't know. She's up in the hospital still. It sucks that we're not able to take her home till tomorrow, but
So Mama's still up there too, then I take it?
yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, the first couple days kind of sucked because she was out in the NICU and we were upstairs, so we couldn't. We had to go down 2 floors to go see her. But now she's in the room with Laura, so it's getting better. And then she'll get discharged tomorrow with Laura.
She got a foot.
What?
Did she have a foot IV put in?
She did, yeah.
I seen the tape all over her foot.
Yeah, they stuck her in her hands and her feet trying to find a vein because she's so fat they couldn't find the veins. So finally, guess what?
It's easier to put it on their feet too because they don't play with their feet. And, like with their hands, they move their hands around unless they swaddle the hell out of them.
Yeah, with Thor they had it in his head. They stuck it in his forehead.
Oh, jeez.
Jeez.
Yeah, I don't know. Anywhere you can find a vein, those veins don't hold up very well either. So, but that's all out of her now, I think.
So what did you think of were you able to watch any of the races, Jeff?
Oh man, yeah, I started watching them at like, I don't know, probably 9:30 on my phone, and I was exhausted because we got up I went to bed Friday night at like 11, and then she woke me up at 1, so I got like 3 hours of sleep there, and then I was up all day till 9 o'clock or whatever. I was trying to start watching them, and you're laying in a nice, comfortable hospital couch, basically. It's just a big vinyl couch that turns into a bed. It didn't take me long. I couldn't make it through the one of the LCQs I was watching, and I remember watching it, and then I woke up at like, I don't know, 1 in the morning, and my phone was dead, and I had no idea if I had saw the race or not. So, but I ended up watching it the next day, so I did see pretty much everything.
That went pretty quick. If she woke you up at 1.
Yeah, it was way too quick. Like when she got into the OR, she was fully dilated. They actually had to push me back up into her to get her out. She was head down, trying to come out, and she was not gonna fit. So
No good.
it was a good thing we got to the hospital when we did, because I was ready to go to bed. Laura woke me up. It's like she was whimpering about it. She thought she was having a contraction, but she didn't know because she's never had one before. And I said, let's go back to bed. It's fine. Then all of a sudden they started coming regularly, like they were every 5 minutes. And then she was like in serious pain. So I'm like, okay, we better call them. And the doctor said, yeah, get in here. So
Did you just
a couple
go?
days early, no big deal.
Did you just go to? You said you're on the second floor, so you're not.
No, we went
Northfield.
we went to Southdale
Okay.
in Edina. So it's not too bad though. From here, it's like 25 minutes. So, and it was at 2 in the morning. There's not a lot of traffic, so
Yeah.
just us and the drunks.
Nuts in the drones.
Sort of for the drunks.
Yeah, I blew everyone's doors off and ran a few red lights. So
Safety first.
yeah,
It's not the first
Wow,
time you've
if you'd
ran
heard-
some red lights.
if you'd have heard Laura, I wasn't worried so much about my safety in the vehicle as much as I was worried about her killing me because she was and wanted me to get there fast. So
That would not be a pleasant drive
it was.
in that situation.
Well, it was we had it down, we were timing them, and they were like every 4 minutes on those. And so, and they'd last about a minute. So for a minute, she would be bloody murder. And then for 3 minutes, it would be quiet. And we'd have normal conversation for 3 minutes, and then Thor would face himself for a lot of swear words and a lot of screaming. After that, it went back to, she says, so how fast are you going? I said 75. She goes, can you go 80, please? I'll go 80. So,
The speed limit's only
About 35
35 through here.
yeah, it was lots of fun. And then the nurse, she's doing the classic, like, screaming in the worst pain of her life in this little, like, pre-baby room. I don't know what you call it. It was like the maternal assessment room is what they called it. So the nurse checked her, to see if she was dilated. Of course, didn't say anything, but what she found out. And then come to the later, she was already an 8 when she got into that room. So when we got there, she was an 8, which is a 10 is like fully dilated. So she was pretty much ready to roll, and they were scrambling to find an anesthesiologist to come get her doped up, and it was a wild time. Yeah. It was supposed to be all smooth and routine, like everything happened on time, on schedule, and then all that went out the frickin' window. So,
Want to be a January baby.
yeah, I guess.
You had me a little bit nervous with your text on Saturday morning.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So I was like,
I didn't leave you.
This is weird.
I didn't leave you in too much suspense, though. I sent a follow-up text pretty quick.
I was driving, and I get your text, and I see it, and I'm like, oh, shit. So I pulled over to text you back.
Well, what?
I just about called you.
That's the responsible thing to do is pull over.
Well, I was meeting somebody at my brother's house, so I was way early. Well, I'm just gonna pull over here and wait, but at least you got back to me quickly.
Yeah, it was. That was a fun time. It's a little stressful, going in there and stuff, but yeah. So what I was saying before, anyway, was Laura was kind of screaming like crazy, like she was. Like, I don't know how you could compare it to like a Godzilla, but it's a momzilla. Like she's in tons of pain, and just like getting pissed off at the nurse staff because she hadn't gotten her any medication, pain drugs. And so afterward, of course, she's apologizing to all of them once she got her. OR, she's can't feel a thing, and she's apologizing to everyone about being a bitch. I just kept thinking, every time they'd open the door, she'd be screaming at the top of her lungs. I wonder if there's any. So.
Oh, you got to watch, but you had to stay back.
Well, you couldn't see anything. They had me on the head side, not the biz end. So, which once she was out, I got to go and look around and see Laura's guts and see the doctor elbow deep in Laura, which is kind of cool.
I don't know if that would be kind of cool. Elbow deep in anything.
Did you take pictures?
It's pretty wild, man. No, I didn't. I had my camera in there too. I should have took some photos, but it's so hard to see. They got they got everything covered up with a blanket except for that one little spot in the center, or they got them cloths or whatever. So you just see a big gaping hole. But it was pretty wild. Like, yeah, they go in there. She was feeling around up in there. And she was just her arm up inside her stomach. So cleaning her out in the suction tube, like that at the dentist's office, sucking out all the. In this case, it was blood, but.
Well, that's entertaining.
Something to see, man. I find that stuff so interesting. It just blows me away.
Yeah, like.
And you get to do it all the time, doesn't she, Caleb?
Yeah, a little.
I bet it's lost some of its appeal by now.
So I talked to some of the nurses, and they said that it never gets old, but it is like. They're a little bit desensitive to it. I said, how do you not just yell at these women and say, knock it off? You're not the first woman to ever go into labor. All right? This is, I would have a hard time not telling them, okay, you're overreacting a bit. This is all normal and get over it.
Right.
They would probably grab a handful of your nuts and overreact that.
I've actually asked ER nurses that before. And they always have the same comment. It's like, we're used to it. It's like, how the hell do you ever get used to it?
They're like, Jason, you were in here 5 minutes ago. Why are you asking?
Well, actually, the only time I ever asked was that the night that I was up at Regions overnight in the ER, and it was a Saturday night, and it was nothing but drunks in there. And I was like, how do you deal with these people all night long?
See, that's kind of the opposite. Like, my wife, she's a vet tech, so like she's got no problems doing stuff like that on animals.
She just tells the dog to shut up.
But she's
Shut
like,
your mouth.
I don't think I could do that to humans, but I don't know.
Takes a special kind.
Oh, shoot. What did you think of the racing, Jeff?
Yeah, I don't know. It was pretty decent. It wasn't, I don't know, it wasn't super entertaining. I thought it was kind of funny, the whole red flag thing. I kind of agree with everyone that's whimpering about it, saying, why the hell did it take them 6 laps to figure that out? I would think that they would have realized it.
Yeah.
And to see one of them just not move at all.
That's what I don't understand. I mean, it's not like with us where you got one guy in the doghouse and he's the only one watching the gate. It's like there's for sure the guy that tells the board girl.
Double D? Yeah.
Yeah.
Get your ass off the track.
That guy. What the hell was he looking at? Probably still looking at double D's.
Probably double D's.
Yep.
She was dogging off the track, I'm sure. She was probably in slow-mo in his mind.
You would think he'd be desensitized to that by now because he does it every week.
Calls it all week long and wait.
Yeah, I was just kind of surprised. And then I'm sitting there watching it after the Fro and Ding Dong showed it, and I'm like, they need to restart this. There's no way. Like, they have to. And I just was blown away that they weren't restarting it. And then eventually I seen it, I'm like, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah,
you can't.
I thought I seen a red flag before, like in one of the turns, before they actually showed it on the TV.
Yeah, I wonder if maybe one of the guys, maybe they were talking about it over or something. So one.
Because there is only. This ain't a dumb question. There's only one red flag, right? That's at your finish line.
I would assume so.
No, the red flag didn't come out on the finish line, though. Did it? Wasn't it like in a rhythm lane? Didn't the flagger come out? The first I saw it was when Cooper saw it, I think, in that rhythm section. unless they just brought it over there. I don't know that the guys can move around a lot, but
his reaction, I thought, now that I'm kind of reflecting a little bit, was kind of funny. You know, he was obviously pissed, but like, you know.
I'm sure he was, number one, he probably didn't know why there was a red flag, but number two, he's probably thinking, what the hell? We're halfway into this race. How are we red flagging it now? He was just thinking exactly what the rest of us were thinking, but we knew why.
Right.
If they made it to lap 8, would they have to do that single file restart?
you couldn't in that situation, I don't think. Because I think it said in the rulebook, doesn't it say a gate malfunction is an automatic restart, a full restart?
Yeah.
A gate malfunction calls for a full restart.
So it could have been on lap 14 if they'd have drug their feet any further.
Yeah. Which took forever to do it.
It's really shocking to me that they even made it like a lap.
Yeah.
It should have been saw immediately and immediately called for a replay and look at. Because I get why you'd have to look at it, because obviously if he would have ran into it, it wouldn't call for a restart. But
yeah, and I get that. But how do they not have somebody there that can just pull the replay quick? Like I said, it's pretty pathetic that all of us saw it on TV, and it took them that long. We all saw it on lap 2, and it took them till lap 6 to throw the flag.
They're hell with the NFL. They call to New York.
See, I'm guessing the FIM had to call the AMA, and the AMA had to call God knows who. And
well, the FIM probably had to call Sweden or Switzerland or whatever the hell, wherever they're based.
What did you see?
It's like, 4 in the morning there, so.
It's probably like the NHL, where any go to Montreal watched.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty stupid, but I was
there.
happy that they did it. I thought. I kind of wondered, what would have happened if it was not Zach Osborne? What would have happened if it was Joe Durda or whatever, one of those guys? Anything?
Johnny would have been.
They'd have been
pissed.
like, yeah.
Yeah, whatever. He probably would have been like that.
Osborne did the right thing, though. He threw his arm up.
Yep.
He was like, hey, what the hell?
Yep.
Because if he wouldn't have done that, they might not have even went back and looked at it. Who knows? They obviously didn't quite see it right away. But he didn't make the Jason Place mistake. I know you guys talked about it earlier, but
No, he did not.
and I wonder though if your bike has enough horsepower to shear the bolt off like his did.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
that was pretty impressive.
I can't believe he made it through. I thought he was just gonna, the bolt, unless they have shear pins in them or something, but.
I'm guessing they don't have the strongest bolts in them.
Would have been funny if he'd went right over the bars right off that 7-foot drop.
Or if the gate would have broke and gotten caught in his back wheel and screwed everything up.
Remember when Porcel got the gate? He hit it on the way down and got it to bounce, and it caught his rear wheel, put him over the front.
Yep.
At Supercross?
No, it was at Colorado. I don't know when, 2009 or 10 or something, but times the gate perfectly, and his front wheel basically pushes it down and gave it enough spring. He actually put it down probably faster than the pin was moving, and so as soon as his front wheel put it popped back up and just jammed his rear into his linkage area, and jacked the back end of his bike hopped about 8 inches, and he kind of almost went over the bars and stuff.
My Yamaha not run very good off starting gate. I do not know why.
Starting gate did not drop.
Button hook me? I didn't know it was going to button hook me.
Oh shoot!
Did you see everybody switching goggles and Cooper Webb shaking his head I don't want those goggles. Give me different ones.
Yeah, I saw that.
They're filling up their bikes with gas and.
I was waiting for somebody to have a fire. Just spill a little bit of gas on a hot header and poof.
Yeah.
Especially all their race.
Well, didn't you see that thing they brought in? It was like a funnel the size of a ice cream jug.
The funnel was huge. I
don't
was
know
thinking, man, if this guy spills anything at all, he's the worst gas man ever.
They just took like Jason's gas can, cut off the top of it, and they poured into a gas can into a gas can.
Well, if you see the Yamahas, I don't even know what their gas cap looks like because it's underneath all that plastic. So maybe it's a little hole that's hard to hit.
That's what I was thinking about afterwards. I was like, you know what? I bet they had to damn near get the seat off that thing to put fuel in it when he was sitting on it. So obviously they did.
Dang, dirt.
Yeah. So what does that do to your tires? I mean, are your tires shot then? If you put 6 laps in them, and I mean that's obviously the total is only 21, but I'm guessing those tires don't last. They're not designed. They're probably soft enough to where they're really only meant to last 20 laps at the most.
Yeah, I guess I don't know.
We run them all season long. They run them for 20
Are there a little
Be scavenging the dumpsters after the race. Pick up some old ones.
Hey, this one's only missing 2 knobbies. Sweet, I'm taking this one.
Funny.
Bummer.
So, Jeff, who are you not going to pick next week for first place?
Oh man, I don't know. How come you didn't sign up my new team?
Same email. That just can't do that.
Did you see who I picked in the 450s?
No, I didn't even. I read the name and I started chuckling. I didn't even pick.
I only picked Justin Hill, and then in the 450s I picked the guy at the very bottom, Philip something, and then I picked him for first through fifth. He's going to finish in all spots.
Oh, funny.
You know, that's probably not a bad strategy. You could be rather consistent doing that. If you pick, like, a consistent top 5 guy and put him in one of the top 5 spots every week, it's not a bad idea.
Is that what Scott was alluding to earlier, someone's strategy?
Dang it.
Was that it?
That was to guarantee some points every week,
Ends.
more or
You
less.
have to pick a guarantee.
Yeah.
Well, think about it. I mean, Dudgy, you put him in all 5, the top 3, you're going to hit.
That's pretty much what I would do, is if I was going to do that, it would be Dungy. I'd even put
Can't
Dungy
you
in the
set-
250s.
Can't you set it up, Scott, so you can't select the same guy?
No.
Oh.
Not
You
on.
can't do that.
Not on this one. What I mean.
I see that Rocky Mountain Fantasy one, you can pick anyone you want, 250 or 450.
Yep.
Like, it's the same listed in the drop. Like, well, that guy's not even racing this class, so I don't think I'm going to pick him.
Yeah, I gotta do that for next week too. Oof.
Fantasy's not my thing this year, I guess, so
I just think
I'm
it's
more of a reality-based rider.
it's just tough, you know. I don't know if it's any tougher than last year, but maybe.
I think it's got to be way tougher. I mean, who the hell would have picked Cole Seeley for second?
Somebody did.
Well, there's always one idiot out there, but
I like how he didn't let Kennard even kept tooling away.
yeah, I was kind of impressed by his ride.
I was afraid Bishalia was going to throw a major wrench into everything because I was not, or at least not to be back in the top 5.
And pull a hole shot.
Exactly. I was like, who's this guy?
He's
He only pulled one, though, right? He didn't go pull the second one, did he?
No. I don't believe so.
Well, what did I have?
According to
He got.
he is the hole shot guy.
Yeah.
But I suppose they don't mark 2 hole shot guys. They just give 1.
Yeah, I didn't even
I
write
got
down.
some pretty solid picks for next week, so I'm pretty confident in them.
Didn't Nelson get the second hole shot?
I didn't write that down.
Yeah, there you go.
It's weird. It's like the guys that, you know, obviously the start's a big part of it, but yeah, Nelson gets a good start, and look at where he finishes, you know.
He's pretty solid when he doesn't have to go through the pack.
Or doesn't have to jump an over-under.
Yep.
I'm disappointed. It's coming back, but it's not coming back until the second Atlanta.
Hey, were you guys sick and damn tired of them talking about that frickin' start?
Yeah.
Holy shit, did they say that?
every time?
What was that, Jeff?
I said they played that startup so much. Like, oh my God, how are the best riders in the world going to figure out how to go down a fucking hill? I mean, seriously.
But they didn't bring up the most obvious question of all, and is that, could you see down Double D's shirt from on top of the hill?
Yeah.
And it, in fact, didn't look like it was 7 feet to me.
You know, I was questioning that, but from the angle, you know, when Jenny ran in there, it looked like it might have been 7 feet tall.
Well, I wonder where they measured to. Like, the first corner, was it 7 feet above there?
7 feet elevated.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. It seemed like they just made more of it. Yeah, it's a cool feature, but it isn't like it. It's not like only a few gates had the drop. Everyone had to do it.
It was 7 feet above sea level, yes.
Damn it.
But I do give Dirtworks and those guys props for doing it, because they wasted a ton of dirt on something that had, you know, a 2-second roll in the race. And they usually say that they don't have a lot of dirt, but they must have invested in more dirt this year.
Trying to think.
I think it should just be a straight drop off at the start gate.
That would be cool. Just a cliff.
Yep.
Like,
Remember they used to do those at Millville? They had those drop-offs down the hill where they put banners in them?
Yep.
so Jason wants to see, you have to seat bounce the start, and if you don't, you're gonna case it. That's a good idea. I like where you're going with this.
I want like full on overhang, so you're really out over the top.
Something funny happened in the chat room?
I don't know why that struck me as funny, but yeah.
I better get logged in.
Owen says, is anything else here, or is this a recording?
Please turn tape over to side B.
Oh man, I thought that was weird. We had a ton of people last week for some reason. A lot more than normal. Then disaster.
Yep, and wouldn't you know it, it sucked. So now we lose everybody again.
Yeah,
That crowd we had last week, Scott, was a half in the making, and we threw it all away in one fell swoop.
And you blew it!
Ah, crap. Yeah, it happens. Where am I at here? I was looking at the track. San Diego. It looks like they got a...
Which stands for a whale's vagina.
Yes.
I was just going to say that.
Track looks pretty cool again.
That's going to be my SX on Fox tweet for Saturday night. I'm just going to keep tweeting that over and over.
Just put them together. You'd have hours and hours of endless crap that he spit
The voiceover.
a little bit more.
Dude needs to smoke weed.
Yep.
Husky's been out for like 3 weeks in a row now.
I think they finally kicked his ass.
Yeah, I wonder if he got fired. They haven't really said much about it, have they?
I know this.
He got inducted into the Hall of Fame, so he's too popular now.
Yep. Him and Mark Martin, same class.
Oh.
I thought, I don't know, maybe this... I saw that he was getting inducted or whatever. And I was like, maybe I just didn't even think about it. Like, it should, like, yeah, he should be in. You know what I mean? Like, is there a question?
I don't think he should be in.
No.
That's what that was. Me throwing my notebook.
Ah,
What? Why are you throwing things?
Cause mad.
Why?
What is Owen
you mad
talking about? I'm confused.
so see, this week is a right start in San
Who's
Diego.
in?
Jeff, so Owen is talking about, we were talking about this earlier, just the,
Oh, is this the guy that's on Facebook
yeah.
that's causing a ruckus?
Yeah.
What was he talking about? What was he all pissed about again?
He's not a Dungy fan, and then he was going back and forth with a bunch of guys, obviously, that like Dungy more than him, and things escalated quickly.
I see Zewers was stoking that fire.
Yeah, you guys, everyone did a pretty good job of taking care of it, so.
Things really got out of hand.
Where was that guy from Idaho? How did he get onto the post or whatever? I mean, is he a friend of friends or what?
Yeah, I'm friends with him on Facebook.
Oh.
I just had posted, something that didn't even say anything about Dungy, but it was obviously about the race, and then he just chimed in on that one and said something to someone else that they didn't like, and then it just kind of went, back and forth from there, and I believe that's the snowball effect, maybe.
I might have to check in on this post. I like what Owen's talking about.
There's 86 comments if you care to read all of them. It gets pretty good about, I don't know, probably right from the beginning, I guess.
There's stuff missing now, though, so it's not entertaining, or as entertaining, I don't think.
Right.
The censorship kicked in, huh?
It's not even really like, people started realizing maybe posting that wasn't the best to get deleted.
You'll have to.
What was it on? Was it on the Talkin Moto deal?
No, it's on my Facebook.
Oh, okay.
You'll have to hit up your brother. He got brought into it, and like he said like one thing the whole time, and then that's when things got out of hand. So you'll have to talk to him about it. All right, guys. You want to wrap it up? I want to try something though before we're done, but
Well, hang on. We got a guest here, Scotty. You haven't even interviewed him yet.
oh, what did
Jeff? Jeff's a guest?
No, not Jeff. We have Caleb Bolton on as a guest host. You don't even ask him a question. Dude was runner-up in motocross this year.
I did see that. I was well, I was there. Did you shave your mustache, or are you still rocking the stash?
Oh, I only do that for November. Prostate awareness. And testicular cancer.
It's a crotch broom.
Yeah. It goes well with the van.
So, Caleb, tell us about your Motokazi 2014 runner-up position.
Well, it could have went a hell of a lot better.
Because it was close there at the end, right? It came down to the last. Was it the last race last weekend?
I was behind by 2 points. And for the first time ever, I showed up for practice. Trying to be ahead of the game. Go out for practice, just totally destroy my bike.
Damn it.
One guy, he lends me his bike. Nice guy. And I almost killed that thing.
So
needless to say, I finished 8 points out.
But did you have fun?
It was a valiant effort.
Yeah, it was fun. I almost got Jason's by a Kawasaki with a certain somebody on it.
Um. Shit. I'm drawing a blank.
What are your plans for 2015, Caleb Bolton?
Well, I'm not really positive yet. I think I'm going to focus on the kids.
Oh,
I really want them to do the whole Millville Spring Creek series down there at the little track. They have the Bumblebee thing for Langston to try, see if he's interested in it, or I don't have to shell out a whole bunch of money, and if he doesn't like it.
yeah.
What is this Bumblebee?
It is like beginner class for the 4-year-old age group. I think it's like 4 to 6 or something like that. But they have Bumblebee, Hornet, and Wasp or something like that. I don't know. It's in their little mini track. I'm not really sure yet.
What about the conversion to the original Talkin Moto podcast van?
Oh, what do I have going on with it?
Yeah.
Well, I have 5 doors in the back of it right now to replace the doors so I don't have the wind noise with the little piece of foam that falls out of the door when you open it.
I don't know what's wrong with that. That works just fine for me.
So I have a few new doors going on there. I have 5 seats sitting in my garage to bolt in there. Got some leather ones and some a bench seat for the kids. I got new, I can't remember the name of them, but they're basically strapless tie-down deals. They just hook around your front tire. You don't have to strap them in. Doesn't do anything to your suspension.
Wow.
Yeah, they're going to be
What just happened? I didn't hear any of that. Bring me up to speed, please.
How far back you want to go?
I don't know. I was reading an 86 post thread on Facebook.
Rewind.
Welcome to the Talkin Moto podcast. Round 5 is now over. Oh, we're not going that far back. No, I just got the van back out of the shop. It cost me $500 to tune her up a little bit, but
The asshole sold it to you. Sold you a lemon.
no, the cap went out on it, so it wouldn't start.
Really?
Yeah, which
God,
I was baffled. I was baffled. But I had them do the plugs and wires while I was in there, and got a new battery in it. It's got wiper blades. I got a new mirror on it now.
God, that thing's just... I mean, I don't even know what to say. I have to correct you, though, Scott. That was not the original Talkin Moto van.
No?
No. Nope, the 93 was.
It was a 95, but yeah, close enough.
That is my bad. I forgot. My apologies. Are you guys gonna go to the motorcycle show this weekend?
I'm considering it, but I'm not 100% sure.
Is that at the is it the convention center or where is it?
Under the humps at the convention center.
Under the humps.
I don't remember how many humps there are in that building now. I think there's 4 of them.
Are you hacking away on a typewriter?
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if you saw that too, Jason, Jeff, Caleb. I don't know if you been out to the sandbox at all.
Yeah, I went there, lost my air fuel mixture screw on my bike, and Jason had to bring it back for me after I about died from kicking the thing for like a year.
I got it running. It didn't run very good, but I got it run.
So I got a new one now, and my bike would have to be completely totaled to lose that thing now.
A new one to lose.
Yeah, it is like it's an extended one, so it literally uses one of your like the bowls on the carburetor screws comes out, and a longer one retains it there, so it will anywhere. But I found the old washer and the old spring were still up in there, which makes putting a new one in really hard.
Would make sense.
But like everybody says, what are those carburetor things?
Exactly. I'm pretty sure it's like a throttle body, but I'm not 100% sure.
All right.
Oh, there's the clock. We missed the clock at the start.
All right, you guys. Okay, so we're gonna go to the sandbox, followed by the KOD. All right.
Well, there's a strip club right on the way back.
I was going to say, why go to the KOD when we can go to the one on the way?
Oh.
Yeah. I don't remember what someone called, Jason.
Matt doesn't know what KOD is.
Where are you from, son?
Funny.
Lovely.
All right, I want to try something. I'm not quite sure. It could either work or it'll stop the stream.
Is that like,
Stop
are you
when start,
peeing?
It stings.
Yeah.
I know a guy that once filled up 2 Propel bottles. He had to stop in between so that they could hand him another Propel bottle while driving in the original van.
Whoa.
Whoa.
The original van, my van?
Yes, the Ford.
Oh,
Yeah.
the sprocket.
The sprocket, yeah. That thing was badass. I can't believe I gave it. I got it for free, so it was actually pretty badass.
All right,
I had
guys.
about $700 in diamond plate on it, though. So.
And a very expensive rear sprocket.
Yeah.
Jason could use one of those. Did you get a new one yet?
No. I got to do that if we're going to do this sandbox thing.
So if any people are listening, Jason needs a sprocket for a Honda. What tooth do you need?
Yeah, I'll go up one.
Anything
51.
between a 48 and a 51, I'll go with. That'll.
Because he was throwing teeth out of that damn thing the last time I was there.
Yeah.
No good.
Sean actually offered to hook me up with a bunch of them, but I don't know. I'm not really taking doubts.
Just borrowing them.
Borrowing them with no intent to return.
Yeah. And there's that whole thing about having to drive to Maple Grove to get them.
You probably have more fuel than what a sprocket costs.
What,
All right,
What was
guys.
that? All I heard was the bionic sound.
Just close it out.
Yeah.
This thing's over.
Well, I'm gonna try something. So if I lose you guys, we're just gonna call it. But if it could work here, but if not, thanks for listening, guys. Everything's up on the website, talkinmoto.com.
Don't put your face in it.
Peace. I'm gonna. Yeah, that's what I thought. Son of a bee.
What did you do?
Broke it.